Hi, my name is Laura Newson. Learning disabilities are considered the most prevalent of all disabilities. A student may just demonstrate strength in one or more subjects, such as motor skills, receptive language, but also exhibit low academic in other areas, such as math and reading. Students with LD demonstrate challenges in how they learn and process new information. Advanced organizers present information before students begin to learn it. So all students can benefit from it. And the graphic organizer is most commonly used. Communication disorder includes receiving, understanding, and expressing information, feelings, and ideas. Most common communication is through speech. Children with communication disorder can find challenges with classroom activities, social interactions, instructional discourse exchanges, or children may receive assistance with a speech language pathologist. The goal is to ensure students understand what the teacher is teaching and can express what they know. Teacher can vary the format of how they are relaying the information to the students and also allow the student to relay the information back to them of what they know in other variations, such as taped oral reports, verbal information, write it down. Emotional and behavioral disorder is an inability to build or maintain satisfactory interpersonal relationships with peers and teachers. They display inappropriate types of behavior or feelings under normal circumstances. Yeah, depression increases from early childhood to adolescent and is found in females more often. Technology has shown that students can self-regulate their behavior by monitoring their performance and progress. A teacher can pair students together with different classmates who can model and help practice social skills and responses. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder needs to have displayed 6 or more of these characteristics to be classified for either ADHD or ADD. They have a hard time paying attention to details or make careless mistakes, listening when someone's speaking directly to them, following directions, or keeping on task. They are not organized. They have a hard time avoiding distractions, staying seated, keeping their hands and feet still, excessive talking, waiting their turn. The teacher needs to keep in mind the classroom setting, how the classroom is, the furniture is set up, where the students are seating, minimal clutter, have bright lighting, and auditory features in the classroom, like keeping the windows closed and the door shut. The teacher can allow the student to stand during work periods, be planning activities like role playing just to get them up moving around. The teacher can support students to engage effectively with the general education curriculum and have students set goals, and this allows for performing more efficiently. IDEA defines intellectual disability as significantly sub-average general intellectual functioning existing concurrently with deficiencies in adaptive behavior and manifested during the developmental period that adversely affects a child's educational performance. Their IQ score is approximately 50 to 70, and they often need support in 3 areas related to intellectual functioning, like memory, generalization, and motivation. To address limitations in intellectual functioning and adaptive behavior, teachers can help the student be successful in community by helping the students master skills that are sometimes more applied or functional than the content of the general education curriculum. And the teacher can get the classmates involved as part of the community-based instruction. Autism significantly impacts communication, verbally and nonverbal, and social interaction. They have a difficulty time maintaining relationships. They show repetitive behaviors and interests, and usually present itself before the age of 3. Um, the curriculum argumentations expand the general curriculum to teach students to learn strategies that will enable success. Teacher can seek to tailor students' environments to their preferences, strengths, and needs. This will discourage problem behavior before it even starts. And the teacher can get the whole class involved by pairing them up with the child with autism, and this will help the student be engaged with peers that have similar interests. Multiple disabilities is a combination of impairments that cause severe educational needs that they cannot be accommodated by solely addressing just one impairment. Students' strengths, needs, interests, preferences, and personalities are as varied as those of any of their peers with no disability. They usually have significant motor and physical challenges that produces abnormal muscle tone. Peer modeling is highly encouraged to help teach already developed skills and develop a friendship. Classmates can contribute with socializing through the students' assistive technology that helps them learn and to speak. Physical disabilities and other health impairments. Physical disability is also referred to as orthopedic impairment. Students experience conditions that are quite different from each other's, though most students may experience mobility limitation. And other health impairments is defined as students having limited strength and fidelity or alertness due to chronic or acute health problems. The teacher can encourage students with physical disabilities and other health impairments to participate in sports or recreation activities or any type of what their class is doing together, just to get them involved as well. And teachers can help identify students' basic physical and psychological needs and teach them to meet those needs, encourage role-playing and brainstorming activities that explore students' interests and needs and abilities. Traumatic brain injury is injury to the brain caused by an external physical force resulting in total or partial functional disability or psychosocial impairment or both. It can affect impairments in more than one area, and males are one to usually sustain a TBI more than females, and they also have more ER visits from the age from birth to 4. Students with TBI differ in onset, complexity, and recovery. The extent of functional changes and the course of recovery depends largely on whether the injury was mild, moderate, or severe. The teacher can modify how information is presented. It can, if the student is displaying being fatigued, the teacher can let them lay down as they are still awake, but just kind of just relaxing a little bit, and then when they're ready, they can join back in. And just to teach in an appropriate pace, ask frequent questions, and monitor what the students' responses are and provide supportive and specific feedback frequently. Students with hearing loss are considered with 2 terms, deaf and hard of hearing. This impairs the development of spoken language, but the IQ range of students with hearing loss is close to general population. A speech pathologist can help teach the students to use what hearing they do have. And students can be given hands-on experiences and taught the relationships among concepts and multiple meanings of words, also using visual aids. And the teacher can arrange instructions for peers to learn more sign language as a class. Visual impairments, including blindness. Blindness may require braille for reading or a cane to detect objects when traveling. Most with visual impairments or legally blind have a great deal of useful vision, and most students can read print. Low visions require optical aids. Functionally blind typically use braille for efficient reading and writing, and totally blind use tactile and auditory means to learn and generally read braille. The teacher needs to learn which material would best benefit the student, as there are a variety of adaptive material available. Early reading books designed for children rely heavily on pictures to convey the meaning of the story. This also can help reveal to young readers information about the world that they may not have directly experienced. Gifted and talented. Students who are gifted and talented have one or more of these characteristics: high general intellect, specific academic aptitude, creativity and leadership ability, and visual or performing artsy. Gifted can co-occur with a disability as well. They are called twice exceptional students. And then IQ scores have been the primary tool used to identify gifted students, and they score of 125 to 130 or higher. Teachers can differentiate what they expect from students by designing lesson and activity objectives that range from less to more complex. Teachers can extend the curriculum for gifted students by having students engage in activities that move up the taxonomy from applying information and knowledge to solve novel problems to synthesizing information to create new patterns or structures. This will teach the students the skills they need to be more creative and to develop effective thinking.